You wanna be Americano, Americano, Americano. You were born in Italy, used to living alla moda. But if you drink whiskey and soda, all you do is sing up key. You dance the rock and roll, you play it baseball, roll cigarettes you smoke, leave mama broke. They should only make you joke. You wanna be Americano, Americano, Americano. You were born in Italy, don't you know it's not New York City? Okay, Napolita. You wanna be America, you wanna be America.
Americano, americano, senta a me chi lo fa fa. Tu vuoi vivere alla moda, ma se bevi whisky e soda, poi ti senti disturbare. Tu avallo rock and roll, tu gioco a baseball, ma è sordo e becca a me. Chi te li dà la borsetta di mamma? Tu vuoi fare l'americano, americano, americano. Ma si nati in Italia, sento a me non c'è sta niente a fa. Ok, Napolita, tu vuoi fare l'americano, tu vuoi fare l'americano. Qui si parla di rock and roll, qui si parla di rock and roll, qui si parla di rock and roll, qui si parla di rock and roll.
Oh man, never get used to being in like that, you know. Hello and welcome. My name's Aaron. I'm from the Punk Disputes and Hardcore Disagreements podcast. Here today on the first episode of Punk Disputes Radio. If you don't know the podcast, we're a punk and hardcore audio zine is what we like to call it. It's me and my two co-hosts, Joey and Keith. It's kind of the equivalent of a punk rock book club. You know, each episode we bring a record, you know, each individual brings a record, and we dissect and discuss and argue about the, you know, whether or not it has any redeeming qualities or not. We have guests. We try to have a guest every episode from various parts of the punk and hardcore scene. You know, we try to be very diverse in the different scenes and genres and things like that we cover. So, which leads us to here. You know, we created this YouTube channel when we made the podcast, thinking for some reason the podcast was going to be on YouTube, but it didn't work out that way, so we had this account. We were trying to figure out something else to do with it. We didn't really want to just repeat the content on different platforms. We want to do something different for this platform. So that leads us to this. We're going to be hopefully doing more of these. It's going to be an individual affair. It's just going to be the one of the three of us. You know, I'm going first, kind of test it out, and it's just an excuse for us to, I don't know, play some music for you. I mean, it's a radio show format, nothing new. If you like what you hear here, please check out the podcast. That content I think is going to be more in depth than this, obviously. If you came here from the podcast, great to have you on both. Thank you. And, check us out. Write us. We love talking to anybody and everyone. So write us at punkdisputes@yahoo.com. Check out the podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, all the big, evil, greedy companies that are, killing all of us on a daily basis. And we, hit us up. Hit us up on Instagram as well. Punk Disputes at Instagram, or however you young people say it. Anyway, we're going to get into this. You're not going to find anything new, hot off the presses here with me today. Nothing crazy obscure you've never heard of, probably. I mean, hopefully, maybe some of you haven't heard some of it, but I just kind of was going through my collection and just random things I wanted to listen to today. So there's no more thought than that put into this this episode in terms of the music choices. So let's get right into it. All right. So that was Empty Out the Parking Meters by NUX VOMICA at the top. And just fair warning, if you're going to knock off parking meters, it's a lot more difficult than that song would lead you to believe it is. I speak from experience on this, especially if you're trying to do it without people seeing you do it. Although nowadays, I think most parking meters are electronic and debit and credit card fed and all that. So I don't know if people still do such things, but just be safe. That was followed by Domestic Prison by Disrupt from the Smash Division's 7-inch. And then after that was Escapism by AMPERE from the Nitro split. Wow. So that was it for the first block. Going into the second one, we're going to start things off a little wacky, a little wild, So here is Made of Clay by Civil Disobedience. All right, and I'm back from my busy schedule, what with my career and family, and watching way too much Babylon 5 for someone of my age. So that was Made of Clay by Civil Disobedience from the Invention Extinction album. You know, it's funny because In the Few Hours of Madness 7-inch, I think is probably like, I don't know. I don't have the numbers to back it up, but that has to be like one of the best-selling punk 7-inches of all time, right? Everybody has a copy of that 7-inch, and for good reason. But I feel like the LP gets overlooked. I love the LP. It's a great album. It's, you know, it's they're a weird band, but you know, it's that, I don't know, 90s crusty, but like lots of anarcho crusty stuff. I don't know. It's a great album. If you've only heard the 7-inch and you haven't checked out the LP, please do. Then after that was Chokehold with Mindset, and that's purely because sometimes you feel like fucking some shit up, you know? And then followed by Misunderstood by STFU. That's a funny track for me personally, or band, I guess. We've talked about it on the podcast if you listen to our regular show, but I came from a metal background into punk, and so, you know, a lot of the people I was hanging out with when they were early on in their punk journeys as well, but they were really into the, you know, it was 2002, 2003, 2004, it's punk core, man, you know what I mean? Leopard fucking print pants and looking like a bozo. And they were into, you know, all those kinds of bands. And I had 3 friends who were very good friends of mine, you know, 2 of them for sure to this day, and one of them on the podcast. So, you know, really into this band Monster Squad, and I just wasn't feeling it. You know, I was coming from, it wasn't extreme, you know what I mean, quote unquote. And you know, Monster Squad had a split with STFU, and I remember they would always give me CDs to go listen to. Go listen to this CD. Go listen to that CD. And I would give them a listen. And that CD, I put it in, expected to hate it, just like the Virus CD I listened to the week prior. And I was blown away by STFU. That shit rips. It's great. You know, they only have the Miserable Existence 7-inch, and then that split with Monster Squad. And to be perfectly transparent, Monster Squad has grown on me. I'm still not a big street punk guy, but, you know, that band's alright. But STFU, I still enjoy that stuff thoroughly. Although it is the cringiest, dumbest fucking band name of all time. So that's very unfortunate. I would imagine they'd probably be bigger if they didn't have a dumb fucking name. But anyway, here we are going into the next one. You know, we're going to start off with a little bit of, you know, some bread and water.
Let's
Alrighty, alright. That was Bread and Water, Cash for Houses, off the Future Memory 7-inch. Straight ripper. You know, I always come back to Bread and Water. Music's very cyclical for me. I'll get in moods where, you know, I'm only listening to this one kind of thing for 2 months, and then I'm only listening to this one kind of thing for 2 months. You know, then a couple of years go by, and I go back to that kind of thing, and no matter what phase of that I'm in, I can always put on Bread and Water and have a good time. So after that was, Extreme Noise Terror, We Are the Helpless, classic. You know, what more do you want? And then after that was a Florida band covering a Florida band. That was my buddy Keith's old band, Victim Youth, covering Recession by the Holy Mountain. Threw it on here because I knew it never came out on anything. They never did anything with that cover, so, you know, I thought it'd be fun to put it on here. Hopefully he's okay with it. So I guess I'll find out. But yeah, on to the next one. Starting off with another classic. Here is ANTISECT.
Starting at our feet. You sure you're quite alright now, George? Have you had enough to eat? There's lots and lots of stew left, so they're there on the shelf. You sure you've had enough now? You can always help yourself. Hoping to his wife as they're strolling down the street. Not so much to choose from, don't know what to get. Maybe an electric toothbrush or another property set. Stay on the ring, think your wife, another hour, another day. Start, the world is right, through the suffering to do my die. Wait for stuff, all over the world. The voice of vodka, if you have heard. Some guys are, or some was one. Some guys will. I'll buy a brand new toilet seat and that's the night you lose. Have you got a red one or ever paint the bathroom blue? How about one of these? I'm not quite sure what it's for, but we've got a couple on the mantelpiece and I'd really like one more.
There you go. There you go. So that set started with They Still Ignore by ANTISECT. That's essential for me personally. I love that album. They were one of those like legacy acts that reformed in the 2000s, and I just I hate that. Material wasn't as good. You know what? I can't even say the material wasn't as good because I didn't even bother to listen to it. But I love the classic material. And you know what? Actually, I have something on here that will cause me to talk about the same thing. So we'll talk about that more when we get there. Followed by KAKISTOCRACY with The Price of Freedom. Out of that like early 2000s, neo crust, fucking stadium crust, melodic crusty, whatever the hell you want to call it. That full length, that KAKISTOCRACY full length, that's probably one of my favorites. And I like a lot of that stuff. I think some of that stuff's tired, and not all of it was great, but there was definitely some great stuff that came out of it. And KAKISTOCRACY is probably one of my personal favorites. Up there with the big names for me. You're From Ashes Rises, and Tragedy, and et cetera, et cetera. Although I don't know if I lump Tragedy in with that, to be completely honest with you. But anyway, that was followed by The Unreported Resistance by Us Haunted Bodies. And, the last song was Traditional by RORSCHACH, because, classic. Alright, let's get on to we're getting on to the end of it. So, let's keep it rolling, baby.
Fly your game for now.
So, that started off with Birthright to Subservience by Deviated Instinct off the Terminal Cinchcore demo. And that is one of, everything gets repressed now. Records are, hugely popular, and everything that was ever recorded has now been reissued or, put on vinyl for the millionth time or whatever. But that was one of those reissues. Honestly, in my head it was 23, but I think it was actually 22 that came out that I was super stoked about, just because that material has always been so hard to get. Maybe one of you older heads, if you hear this, can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's the first repress of that material. So I was super excited when that came out. That was followed by Lie in the Headlight by Funeral Diner. Funeral Diner is a big band for me personally. That's one of those bands too where you have to get the splits and the EPs. I feel like is their best material. The two full lengths, the Difference in Potential or whatever it's called, and the Underdark, I feel like is actually like their weakest moments. That particular song is from the Zan, however you want to say it, split. And both those bands are great. So that was followed by Protestant. The song's called Home. That's from the Reclamation 12-inch EP. Protestant's a funny band because I like everything they've done. That's a band that I think that got better. They bucked that kind of trend of the best stuff's the early stuff. I feel like that band got better as they went. A lot like Star Trek Enterprise, and a lot not like Star Trek Voyager. And then that was followed by I Don't Know What to Tell Blue by a band called DELIQUESCE, which is kind of the same thing as the Victim Youth thing. It's a band that's personal to me, and that song was unreleased and never saw the light of day. So I threw it on here really to make some close friends of mine smile. And that's it for that. And then we'll get on to the last three. So I appreciate you guys, sticking it out. Okay, there we go. There we go, everybody. So the beginning of that was Prevail with Rhetoric. I've always really liked Prevail. Yeah, I feel like I don't really hear people talk to about them too much. I mean, I don't think they're not like some really like, you know, obscure thing either. But I've always really liked them. When I was younger, a long time ago, got a comp. Yeah, I want to say it's that. I forget what it is. I want to say it's called the placebo comp, but I could be wrong. I'd have to go across the room, and I'm not gonna do that. But I remember buying it because of Reversal of Man being on it. It's got Reversal of Man, Inkwell, Prevail, and someone I'm blanking. Anyway. I loved Prevail's song on that and went and tracked down everything they did after that pretty quickly. So, yeah, you know. Then that was a Conflict following that with No Power Without Control. That's an interesting song to me. So the reason I picked that is because, kind of like I was saying with ANTISECT, you know, a lot of these legacy bands, you know, they disappear for a while and they come back, and it's just kind of a joke, typically. And I think Conflict, you know, the last album, so that's the newest album by Conflict, although it's 20 years old at this point. So but you know, that material was just as good. Maybe not just as good, but you know, it was on par with I think their classic material. I've always liked that album a lot. It's not my favorite, you know, but you know, they still tour too. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think they've come out with anything since then. So if I'm wrong about that, it's just because I'm out of the loop. But I think the album before that was Conclusion. I think that was '93. So you know, there was a good gap there. And then last was, you know, Neolithic by Nocturnus. I thought I was gonna get through this episode without playing any metal. I really did, and I apologize. I apologize that I snuck some in at the end there. But when I was going through things and picking out what I wanted to play, I hadn't listened to that. I hadn't listened to The Key in a long time, and you know what? That's a great fucking album. It's wacky, and I'm usually the first person to shit on keyboards historically, especially in metal. Oh my god, especially in metal. But something about that album, I love that album. It's, you know, sci-fi themed early 90s death metal. Like, I feel like in my mind that band should be more popular than they are. Not that they're not, you know, not that they're unknown, especially in, I think, you know, in metal circles, but with the, you know, with the I feel like they should be one of those non-death metal death metal bands, if that makes sense. You know, the guys who were, you know, a lot of punk guys, you know, that like some death metal, but they're not like super nerdy into it, you know what I mean? And they'll sit there and they'll name drop Morbid Angel and Autopsy and, you know, Obituary and Deicide and all the big names. But, you know, and maybe they'll even get a little squirrely with it and throw in some Pestilence or something, try to really impress you. But I feel like Nocturnus doesn't get talked about as much as they should. I don't know. That shit's wacky. That whole album is wacky. It's really good. It's like Morbid Angel, but like mixed in with like weird sci-fi carnival music. It's like Morbid Angel and the Farscape theme song. But anyway, that's really all I got. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't enjoy it, just wait to the next one, because it'll be Keith or Joey, and their playlists and everything will be completely different than mine. That's kind of the beauty of us doing this solo, is it all three of us have different preferences and tastes and likes, and you know, maybe there's some overlap, but I'm sure a Keith or a Joey playlist will be very different than mine. And even, you know what, now that I'm looking at it, I'm sure my next one would be very different than this. So, you know, if you like this, let us know, because we're not sure what we're doing with this. We're just trying out something new. Please check out the podcast. We're in the second season, bi-weekly episodes. You know, like I said, we have guests. We discuss a little more in detail, punk rock, and all its shades and sizes. So, let us know. Hit us up. If you like what we do, if you hate what we do, let us know. I am surprised at the lack of negative mail we've gotten. So, step it up. Throw us some hate. There can't be love without hate, I was told once by Sons of Man. So, anyway, please, reach out. Please listen to the podcast. If you're listening to this, please check it out. And, we'll be back with another one of these soon, and it won't be me. So if you didn't like me, again, just wait. You'll get somebody different next time. I think I got a meeting with some Telosians over at Quarks, so I'm gonna beam on out of here.